Hey guys, what's happening? Stephen Howell here in a brand new video, and so I hope you are doing awesome. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Ohio. Rocking the Ohio State Buckeyes shirt, and in this video I want to talk about how it's very, very important that you personally watching this video, if you're into real estate, into wholesaling, how important it is for you to find your own little sub niche of leads and marketing, and that you're not just out there following the masses. Okay, so this is really, really important. It's really powerful. So if you've yet to do your very first deal, or if you've done a few deals but you're kind of feeling like you're all over the place, going in a lot of directions, you're gonna want to make sure you watch this video. So sitting outside the coffee shop here, just got a cup of coffee, and I just kind of felt this on my heart. I wanted to share. I work with a handful of students one-on-one around the country. I've been doing that for about over 5 years now, since late 2014. I've been real estate investing, primarily wholesaling, since 2009. So I've been in this game a little while, and I've seen when the market is just crashed, like when I got in 2009, 2010. And I've seen it when it's been really, really, really hot, like it has been the last 5-6 years. So one thing that's been consistent through that entire process is, the importance of generating leads and marketing in your business. Because in this wholesaling business, if you don't have leads coming across your desk every single day, every single week, if you're not constantly making offers, you have no business. You're just floating around and nothing is happening. So right now, you may have seen a lot of different, marketing channels out there, from cold calling to direct mail to online stuff to PPC. And the cool thing is, it all works. A lot of the factors come into how much you have in your marketing budget, how much time you have in your schedule, if you're working a full-time job, if you're doing real estate full-time. There's just a lot of factors that come in, when you think about the marketing channel. But what I know to be true, and what I've seen, time and time again, is if you can find a way to do something just a little bit different than the masses are doing, if you can find a sub niche that's not super mainstream, that gives you a little bit of an advantage. And if you can figure out a way to really put your blinders on and not try to do 12 things at once, and just say, you know what, okay, I don't have any leads coming in my business. I'm not going to worry about a logo. I'm not going to worry about, all these different things right now. I'm going to focus on getting good at generating leads. So kind of with that thought process in mind, I want to, just dive a little bit deeper in that area. But before I do, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video, if you guys are new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I'm going to get back in the habit of doing these videos. So you can check out my channel here, browse the other videos here on the channel, and I've been producing content since late 2014. And I have a ton of fun doing it. So if you guys have future requests for videos, I'm thinking Monday as a publishing day to publish a new video. So if you guys have certain topics you want me to make or create, or questions that you have, definitely leave a comment, and that really helps me to know and keep a pulse on what content you guys want me to produce. So definitely check out the other videos. I have some playlists that are already created, and subscribe to the channel if my content resonates with you. In the description of each video, also go over to my website, stephenhowellmentoring.com, whether you're interested in mentoring or not, and I invite you to subscribe. That's how you get on my email subscribers list, and I don't blast you out a million like spammy promotional emails. You might get one email a week from me, maybe every now and then a couple emails. And I try to provide really helpful content. So in there, I have a 10-day action step boot camp, sharing one of my most powerful lead sources for the last 10 years, and some other helpful free training, free content. So I really, slam you with a bunch of free goodies that are actually helpful and have helped a lot of people do their first deals. And if you are interested and you're tired of going at this business alone, and you are interested in getting some one-on-one support and help, I do have a little bit of availability right now to take on a few new mentoring clients. So if you go to stephenhowellmentoring.com, either way, subscribe, but there's a link where you can check out the Elite One-on-One Mentoring Program and read all about it, exactly how much it costs, what's involved, if it's for you, if it's not for you. And if it's not for you, no big deal. But it has truly made the difference in a lot of people's business, and I know it did for me, having that one-on-one person you can go to for all your questions, bring all your leads to, all the million one-off things that are not covered in typical training courses and video. You can just get on the horn with me and be like, Steven, what in the heck do I do? The seller said this, or an attorney sent back the contract and said this paragraph is not going to work. Does that kill the deal, or like, what's our rebuttal? What can we do? And that gives you confidence. You don't have to go searching the internet. Like, you can just immediately hop on the horn with me and we can, hash out that problem and keep you moving straight forward. So anyways, I'm going to stop plugging the mentoring and get back to the content of this video. So with this theme of getting a kind of a sub niche lead source that you can master, what I want you to do, if you're watching this video and you've never ever closed a deal, or let's say you've closed a couple of small deals, what I want you to envision is, what would it be like in the next 60 or 90 days, okay, in the next 60 or 90 days, if you personally closed a $15,000 to $25,000 deal? Okay, what would that be like? What would that do for you? Okay, so what I found in this real estate investing wholesaling business is it's very, very important to get a quick win. It's really important because, although I've worked with many people and, I've just networking over the years, I've, been in touch with hundreds and thousands of people at different masterminds and meetups. And of course, I've met a lot of people who it's taken a long time to get their first deals. But if you're going around for 6 months, 9 months, a year, and there's no deals happening, like, it's really easy to get distracted with something else, with life, to get depressed, to get discouraged, and to give up. But if you can land, what I've seen some of the bigger success stories out there, like if you can land a $20,000 deal in your first 45 days, in your first 60 days, first 90 days, I mean, that does so much for your confidence. That does so much for your marketing budget. I mean, if we reinvest 15% of our profits into marketing so we can always keep the funnel and the pipeline full, I mean, man, if you do a $20,000 deal, it's like, wow, that gives you a significant amount to reinvest into marketing and to make and to refine your business and make some of the processes a little easier and start to outsource different tasks and things like that. But a lot of people try to do that before they've even done their first deal, and they're just doing everything from debt or whatever, and it makes it really challenging. So I want you to make it a goal watching this video to that no matter what, you are going to find a way, okay, to do a deal in the next 60 days. Like, I'm talking close a deal in the next 60 days. Okay, it's going to require you to have a bunch of awkward, uncomfortable conversations that you're not yet comfortable or prepared to have. So you have to ask yourself, are you more committed to feeling confident, to feeling like you know what you're doing, or are you more committed to results? So I want you to go out there and get uncomfortable. You need to talk to a crap ton of sellers, and you need to just get moving, okay? If you can land a deal in the next 60 or 90 days, that's going to do so much. And so I want you to have that thought in mind, because this is how the momentum, this is how businesses shift. You find a sub niche lead source that not a lot of people are focused on. Everybody's going this way, we want to go this way. Okay, you got to be different. And you have to have an immediate goal in mind. You have to get a quick win. 60, 90 days, you need to go out there and get a $20,000 deal, because that's going to change things, okay? And you're going to get the momentum, okay? So, for some people, it's going down to their county, and I know with the whole COVID thing, it's a little challenging, but some people it's focusing on tax delinquent properties, people who are behind on their taxes. Some people it's finding a way to get the water shutoff list in their municipality, in their cities, and they're focused on water shutoff leads. I know other people who, you know, make lists of rummage sales and estate sales and garage sales, or other people who drive for dollars. I know other people who are doing bandit signs that are actually particularly working in COVID times right now. And if you want a little bit of a training on bandit signs, I have a playlist here on my YouTube channel. There's 4 videos in a row where I give you some tips on how to do bandit signs and how to cut the costs and just how to outsource it, how to do a lot more effectively. Me personally, the sub niche that I've focused on has been inherited properties, particularly properties in probate. Okay, it's been the biggest bang for my buck. It's been my favorite lead source. People inherit a house that a lot of times hasn't had any updates since the 60s, 70s, or 80s. And it's they might live out of town, they might live out of state, and sometimes it's in nice shape and they just want to list it. That's okay. Sometimes they just want to keep it in the family, or it's going to another family member, or they're just going to live in the house, or it's a surviving spouse. You know, that's fine. But then there's a few cases each week where they got to liquidate it. They want to liquidate it now. The house is wrecked. Their relative was a hoarder and they got to get rid of it. And a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions. And in fact, there's a video on my YouTube channel. You can find it. And surprisingly, I made that video and there's not a lot of views on it. But yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about probate, that it takes forever and ever, and you know, people aren't going to sell until 6 months from now, or what have you. And that can be true sometimes, but for the most part, there's people who are ready to go right now. And I talked to some of my best friends here in my own local market that I know, that I went to high school with, that I played basketball with. You know, and a lot of their deals, I'm like, where did you get your deal from? Probate. And especially with like COVID times, it's been one of those lead sources that's still been motivated, okay? And so that's one of the biggest things that I focus on. And I'm not a one-trick pony. I do a lot of other things, but you got to find a little sub-niche. Like I said, sometimes it's tax delinquents. Some people in some markets, it's water shutoff leads. You know, other people, it's pre-foreclosures, or you know, they've really figured out a way that they can drive for dollars and get, you know, 50 addresses a day, 250 addresses a week. And then they've decided they want to master cold calling, okay? And other people just go big with direct mail. So I want you to take a close look at yourself, your schedule, your budget, but the real big thing is drawing that line in the sand and committing yourself 2 to 3 hours a day, getting super, super, super uncomfortable, and you got to be on the phone talking to people, okay? A real estate deal is not going to happen without you speaking to somebody. Like, you know, maybe it can happen over text, you know, of course, but there's still a conversation to happen. It's just a conversation that's digital. So you can't make real estate profits sitting behind your computer doing research. So anyways, that's my message for this video, guys. I want 3 things. One, I want you to have a short-term goal in mind. You got to get motivated. You got to be like, you know what? That's it. I'm sick of this. I want to close a deal in the next 60 days. Make it a big deal. 20K or more. Like, it's no more difficult to do a $20,000 deal than it is to do a $5,000 deal. So shoot big, okay? Second thing is cut out all the fluff. You know, no logos, no fancy websites, CRMs, until you're closing deals, okay? You need to focus on marketing. You need to focus on talking to people. And I want you to pick one lead source. Don't be all over the place trying a bunch of things. Pick one lead source, and it's going to be helpful, okay? Number 3, it's going to be helpful if that lead source is you know, not just what everybody else is doing, okay? You want to try to find a little creative sub niche that's a little bit less popular. When everybody's going over here, you go over here, okay? That's how you got to do it, and that's how you're going to stand out. So that's my tips for this video, guys. I hope this resonates with you. If you would like implementation steps, instruction of exactly what to do, and you want somebody in your corner, I definitely invite you. Like, I don't always have room for this, but right now I do have a little bit of extra space. So click the link in my description to go over to my website and check out my one-on-one mentoring program. Read all about it in the section where it talks about that. And if it resonates with you, book a call with me, okay? We'll do a 45-minute strategy call. No pressure, no, I'm not trying to twist your arm. You know, in fact, I reject a lot of people. I say, you know, based off of what you told me, I don't think I can actually help you hit your goals. Here's what I'd recommend instead. So it's not about me trying to talk you into something. Secondly, subscribe to my website regardless of if you're interested in the mentoring, because you're gonna get a ton of free goodies. You're gonna get my 10-day boot camp. You're gonna get a lot of cool stuff. And last but not least, leave me a comment on this video. Let me know if this stuff resonates. If you like this style of content, just kind of real talking back and forth here, let me know what future videos, what future topics you want me to record. And we'll get these videos coming again on a weekly basis. So guys, I appreciate you. I believe in you. In a good way. I hope this doesn't come across in a wrong way, but in a good way. Get pissed and go out there and start talking with people, because it's worth it. It's worth it to get results. Get hungry, get motivated, and take some action, because that's what it's going to take consistently over a period of time for you to get those results. But, you know, relatively speaking, it can come fast. And when that happens, then things start to click. And that's what I want for you watching this video. All right, guys, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.